Welcome to our video, The Horrors of Slavery, Unveiling the Dark Truth of Human Bondage. Slavery, one of the most shameful chapters in human history, reveals the unspeakable suffering endured by countless souls. Slavery, a system that treated human beings as property, stripped individuals of their basic human rights and subjected them to unimaginable cruelty. Enslaved Africans were kidnapped from their homes, transported across treacherous seas, enduring inhumane conditions during the Middle Passage. Forced to work in brutal plantations, slaves faced back-breaking labor from dawn till dusk, with no respite or reward. The relentless punishment, physical abuse, and daily humiliation became the horrific norm for enslaved individuals. Families were torn apart, as children were separated from their parents, husbands from wives, in a calculated attempt to crush their spirits. Slave owners, driven solely by profit, exploited and dehumanized their captives, viewing them as mere commodities rather than human beings. Slaves were denied education, their minds shackled with illiteracy, leading to a perpetuation of ignorance and control by their owners. Whippings, beatings, and other forms of brutal punishment were inflicted upon slaves as a means of control and dominance. Enslaved women were subjected to sexual violence, their bodies violated, and their consent non-existent in a world that treated them as property. Millions of lives were lost in the unyielding grip of slavery, a testament to the cruelty and disregard for human life. The psychological trauma endured by enslaved individuals continues to impact generations even long after abolition. Did you know that some slaves were experimented on by doctors, subjected to painful treatments without anesthesia, used merely as medical objects? Slaves were often forced to live in overcrowded and squalid conditions, lacking even the most basic necessities for a dignified existence. Rebellion and resistance against their oppressors were met with severe punishment, to instill fear and maintain control. Slavery, an institution that shaped the very fabric of societies, perpetuated systemic racism that exists even today. The fight for freedom and abolition of slavery was a tireless and courageous struggle led by individuals who believed in justice and equality. The Underground Railroad served as a lifeline, a network of brave people who risked their lives to provide shelter and support to runaway slaves. Little-known fact: some slaves used quilts with hidden patterns as a secret form of communication and guidance on the Underground Railroad. The Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 marked a significant turning point, but the road to true freedom was long and arduous. The horrors of slavery should serve as a reminder that the fight against injustice and human rights violations is an ongoing battle. Let us learn from history's dark past, educate ourselves, and work towards building a world free from the shackles of slavery.